Hi, Josh Barker with RE/MAX Town & Country Real Estate, and thank you for checking out our market update for the month of July 2016. Now, what I'd like to do this month is I'm going to share with you the year-to-date market report for here in Shasta County. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the slide for you now. And what this slide represents is the amount of homes that have closed escrow in the Shasta County Multiple Listing Service. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle in red for you now. Year-to-date in 2016, there's been 1,483 properties that have closed escrow. Now, if you compare it to just a year ago, just to the right, I'll circle this in blue for you, there were 1,344 homes that closed escrow last year up to this same date. And as you can see, the sales have increased by over 10% over the last 12 months. Now, what I'd like to do is I'm going to bring in a slide right on top of this right away. And what this is going to do is share with you the amount of active listings that have come to the market here in Shasta County year to date. And as you can see, there was 3,410 that came to the market compared to 3,359 a year ago. And so overall, just the active listings for sale has only increased by 1.5%. So we have more sales and just about the same amount of inventory for sale, which is the reason why we're still seeing price increases overall in the local market. Now, what I'd like to touch on this month, I get this question a lot from sellers. They ask me how the real estate market is going. And I typically respond by asking first, which price range are you referring to? Because here in Shasta County, real estate does not perform the same all the way across the board. We have very different markets in different price segments. And to give you an example of that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in that slide again that you saw just a few minutes ago. And in this slide, I'm going to show you from a different light what this means. And so, for example, I'm going to circle this, or I'm going to underline it for you in red. Between 249,000 and 299,000 last month, there were 52 properties that closed escrow here in the local market. Now, if you look at the amount of homes that were for sale, though, and I'll put a slide in right over the top of that, there between 249 and 299, there was 152 homes for sale. Now, what this means is that there's a 3-month supply of homes for sale in that price range. And when you're at a 3-month or below amount of homes for sale, supply of homes for sale, you're typically in what we consider to be a seller's market where there's appreciation taking place, and most of the negotiations leverage or lean towards the advantage of the seller. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in another price range and show you the contrast. As we bring in that same slide and you look between 399,900 and 499,900, and I'll underline this in red for you, there were 19 properties that actually closed escrow last month. Now, if I bring in the slide over that shows the amount of homes for sale, you'll see that there was 121 properties for sale, which means there was a 6-month supply of homes for sale in that price range. Now, typically, when you have a 6-month or more supply of homes for sale in a price range, that means that the days on market are getting longer. The prices are either flat or trending down just a little bit. And on average, the negotiation leans more towards a buyer's market than a seller's market. Okay, and then the final price range I want to touch base on is our price range that's between 700 and 800,000. And again, I'll circle this in red for you. With this price range here, there was only one property that closed escrow last month. And if I bring the slide in over that shows the inventory in that price range, there was 24 properties for sale. Now, what that means technically is there was a 24-month supply of homes for sale, although that number could be skewed quickly if there was just one more sale. But the point I'm really trying to make is that because the sales are so low in that price range, it becomes absolutely imperative that the home shows in its best possible light, that it has massive amounts of marketing and exposure, and it's priced very competitively if you expect to be able to get sold in a market that's really a buyer's market in that price range. So as you can see, not all the price ranges in Shasta County perform the same. The lower end, it flies off real fast, and the upper end, a lot more challenges. So in any case, if you have any other questions about the market here in Shasta County, feel free to give us a call. We're always here to help. Hope you have a great 4th of July. Hope you have a great July, and we'll talk to you next month. Take care.